the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
As the sun has risen, we're starting to see those winds pick up across the DMV. We have temperatures into the 30s. We'll have, of course, that wind with us throughout today.
All right, coming up on Hour 3 this morning of DC News Now, repeatedly targeted, a high-end sneaker shop in Virginia robbed now multiple times this holiday season. We're speaking to the owner one-on-one, how she's still managing to keep the door open, plus an update from police on the several suspects who are still on the loose. Plus a message against hate, what the Montgomery County Police Chief is saying after another anti-Semitic message was found at a local high school, and how that department is trying to stop it from happening again. And later on, we are watching your wallet, what you need to know if all that holiday spending is making you consider opening up a new credit card, and the one thing you gotta be doing before hitting that apply button. Well, good morning. It is 8:01 across the DMV. A live look there. Beautiful, beautiful sunny skies. Derek Bowen's going to tell us in just a couple minutes why it's not going to be sunny for that much longer, but we will enjoy the view as we can get it. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue looking beautiful there with the wreath on the north lawn of the house, or the north facade of the house. What's going on, Derek?
I got to get me one of those wreaths.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Oh,
and like we saw in the earlier hour, like 6 and 7 o'clock hour, it was still dark outside. The light shining down on it.
Oh my
It was
goodness,
beautiful.
it was absolutely beautiful indeed. It's beautiful out and about the region now. We have a few clouds in the area, but I'm seeing even a little bit of blue sky as we currently speak here on Wisconsin Northwest. We're looking at, of course, what's going on around the region. Temperatures are into the 30s this morning. We're going to try to rebound to 40 by the time the afternoon rolls around, but it will feel all the more chilly out. I will do say that so myself. We're at 38 right now, partly cloudy. We're starting to see that wind pick up a little bit. You can even notice the camera starting to lift up and down just a little bit due to those winds about the area. Winds are showing anywhere from about 7 to 10 miles per hour right now around D.C. We have a few flurries possible back off towards the west, but those are pretty much settling out. We have a little bit more cloud cover that we could be contending with for today, but we may see a good bit of sunshine. But the wind is going to be the story of the day with those blustery winds all about the region. And then we're going to start to see another chance of precipitation come in later on this week, going into Thursday. We're going to be playing whack-a-mole with the forecast, with models saying this, others say that. I'll have more details to come as we head through across this 8 o'clock hour.
All right, Derek, thanks so much. We are following some breaking news this morning. Thanks so much for being here with us. So let's get right into it. Breaking developments, and we begin in Calvert County, Maryland, where we are told that a sheriff's deputy is in the hospital after a traffic stop got out of hand. At some point during that traffic stop, the car that police pulled over sped off, leading to a pursuit. That is when police say one of the two inside of that car started shooting at officers. Deputies were able to stop the vehicle, which led to more shooting and a deputy getting hit. Both suspects were taken into custody, and the officer is now recovering from non-life-threatening injuries. All of the officers involved in the shooting have been placed on leave while the investigation continues. Also breaking down Fairfax County, Virginia, 2 people are hurt after a shooting in Falls Church. We have very little info from police right now, but we are told the Major Crimes, Cyber, and Forensic Bureau is helping out with this one. We do know that 2 people are currently in the hospital, but we do not know what their conditions are. Well, developing now, a deadly shooting in Adams Morgan, leaving a person dead and a woman injured. The shooting happened just before 1:30 yesterday in the morning in the Adams Morgan neighborhood. Again, this is in Northwest D.C. We're told D.C. Fire and EMS rushed in to help the 2 victims shortly after. The man killed has been identified as a 30-year-old from Baltimore. A $25,000 reward is being offered for any information that leads to an arrest in this case. Well, also developing this morning, police in Loudoun County, Virginia, are still on the lookout for a handful of suspects who they say are behind a string of thefts at a sneaker store in Leesburg. DC News Now's Dave Laval found out that these are some expensive kicks that were stolen. He spoke with the owner of the store, who says they are just hoping that the holiday season will end on a brighter note.
The restocking continues at Restock Sneakers, not because the store sold out of merchandise. Rather, some fleet-footed thieves decided to help themselves.
These range from $300 to $550.
Sneakers are big business for Dana Green.
Yes, these are Jordan 1 Mochas, a very popular sneaker. They're valued at about $600.
She does not have many of the footwear left. Thieves broke into the store just after 2:30 during the early morning hours of November 27th. It happened, said Green, 10 days after a similar break-in at the store. All told, the crooks made off with roughly $40,000 in sneakers.
Initially, we were very devastated.
Customers shopping for the holidays have sympathy for the owners.
That's just their livelihood. That's the money that they use to pay for their bills and to live off of.
The store reopened December 15th after it had been closed since November 27th. Green missed out on cashing in on the busy holiday shopping season, as she predicts sales will drop dramatically.
Probably 50%. This is a big time of year for us. This is when we get most of our sales, is from November to December. And compared to back to school, this is huge for us.
Leesburg police believe 6 children between the ages of 14 and 16 are responsible for the second crime. They're still trying to determine if the 2 break-ins are connected.
You wouldn't expect them to be out at 3 o'clock in the morning smashing your windows and going in your store and stealing.
Police told us so far only 1 suspect has actually been charged. Charges are pending against 3 others, while the remaining 2 will be treated as juvenile offenders. In Leesburg, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thank you. Meanwhile, in Fairfax County, police have announced an interesting type of arrest. The person they have in custody is part of what's being called a organized retail crime crew. They say a woman was found with a bag that had roughly $3,700 in stolen sunglasses. Then, in a car, they found roughly $8,000 in stolen goods. Detectives say this retail crime crew is linked to other thefts in recent days, adding up to roughly $25,000 in stolen goods. Well, today, hundreds of thousands from the Jewish community across the DMV will begin celebrating one of the most important holidays of the year. But this year's Hanukkah celebration comes at a time where hateful and anti-Semitic messages are still being found yet again in Maryland's largest county. Just yesterday morning outside of Walt Whitman High School in Bethesda, another hateful message sprayed in graffiti on the school's sign. Similar graffiti was also discovered in November on the Bethesda Trolley Trail, and Montgomery County Police now say they are stepping up patrols at community centers, schools, and places of worship as a result. In a statement that was sent to our newsroom, Police Chief Marcus Jones saying, quote, "Anti-Semitism and any other forms of hate or bias are not welcome in our community." The Montgomery County Police Department takes these events seriously, has coordinated with the Anti-Defamation League, and continues to investigate and identify the person or persons responsible for these incidents. We'll keep you updated on that case. In the meantime, it's 8:07. President Biden may have to rethink his New Year's resolutions now that come 2023, he'll have to deal with, for the first time since taking office, a divided Congress up on Capitol Hill. While Democrats will maintain control of the Senate, Republicans are set to control the House. So you got Republican Kevin McCarthy up there, who's currently minority leader in the House. He's jockeying for that speaker's seat. He continues to indicate it'll be hardball with the Democrats, especially on hot-button issues like border security and federal spending. Another controversial issue with lawmakers, Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. Michigan Republican Congressman Tim Walberg says he supports plans to investigate the president's son, with Democrats calling those investigations a, quote, waste of time.
If Hunter Biden used the prestige of having a father who was vice president to gain access in foreign governments, then we ought to know about that.
That is not what people want. That's certainly not what people voted for.
The new Republican majority in Congress starts in just a few days on January 3rd, 2023. Turning now to your money this morning, flu medications and antibiotics are flying off store shelves. Pharmacies feeling added pressure, of course, as cases rise of this triple-demic, the COVID, flu, and RSV. Our consumer reporter Ben Dennis now on why staying healthy doesn't always mean that you got to break the bank.
First, the numbers, 15 to 33 million flu illnesses between October and the second week of December. That's according to federal estimates, meaning plenty of Americans needing medications and antibiotics to bounce back from their own sickness. The CDC estimates 7 to 16 million people have visited medical professionals for the flu this season, up to 330,000 hospitalizations and between 9,000 and 28,000 flu deaths. Now let's talk about the discounts here. Phone apps for pharmacies offer perks for treatments. Take CVS. They offer buy one, get one deals, savings up to $3 too. Over at Walgreens, offering price cuts and coupons like one for $10 off for immune boosting gummies. And over at Walmart, shop by price, $5 and under, $10 and under, $15 and under. It's not just the flu going around, of course. RSV and COVID cases are creeping up. It's something I asked the top White House doctor on their COVID task force, and if people have to put on their masks yet again.
If your community has medium or high levels of spread, it's recommended that people consider masking again, and I think that's an appropriate step for folks. And so what I would tell people, and what I would tell folks in these kind of congregate spaces, is if you want to keep that space as safe as possible, if your COVID community levels do go higher, then you can encourage people to follow that CDC recommendation that includes masking.
And we checked the CDC's community spread tool. One county locally has apparently more COVID cases than the rest of DMV counties. It's Stafford County, Virginia. They have a medium status COVID community level. Let's note, when you download these apps to save, consumers will be asked if they want their iPhone activity tracked. This is because companies can collect data and sell it to advertisers. Also, some apps require an email address to redeem coupons, meaning more messages in your inbox. Like, we all need that. Ben Dennis, DC News Now.